U.S. Army confirms that they researched UFO remains. According to claims, in October 2019, Tom DeLonge's company to the Stars Academy of Arts and Sciences, TTSA, announced a deal with the U.S. Army that allowed untold numbers of UFO remains artifacts to be seized, pieces of debris, and other material related to unidentified aerial phenomena, UAP, what we call UFOs, that have been collected, and take them to the Army Combat Capabilities Development Command. In other words, the Army agreed to offer its equipment to test the UAP artifacts that TTSA had collected to see what results could be obtained in order to take advantage of each other. But has anything been done in the almost few years that it was announced? TTSA declined to speak about it, but our friends at the Black Vault were able to confirm that such tests with UFO remains have already been conducted. The only problem is that the actual results of those tests thus far, and any future findings, can remain a secret for years or possibly even forever. TTSA has a set of different materials. They are interested in investigating the properties of those materials, and since the research of materials in general is of key interest to the U.S. Army, we are also interested in any knowledge obtained from these materials, said Dr. Doug Halo, Public Affairs Officer at the Center, Land Vehicle Systems CCDC, CGVSC. However, when the Black Vault contacted TTSA for confirmation, they did not offer further information. Rather, they recommended very bureaucratically sifting through a mountain of logs for answers. However, when the same was done with the U.S. Army, it was much more open and transparent in offering an update on the Cooperative Research and Development Agreement, CRADA for short, with TTSA, although they were kept brief. And in the letter in response to your Freedom of Information Act FOIA request, reference number DEVCOM GVSC FOIA FA210064, dated January 18, 2021, wherein you requested copies of records which include videos and photos, electronic or otherwise, of the following. 1. All reports, memos, letters, emails, etc., generated by the CRADA agreement number 19-15 between the U.S. Army Combat Capabilities Development Command and to the Stars Academy of Arts and Sciences, Inc. This would include, but not be limited to, all reports and evaluations as stipulated in the schedule breakdown of the CRADA, all emails communicated about the CRADA, all videos and photos, all letters and other communications regarding this CRADA, etc. Now, overall, since the beginning of CRADA, we have successfully run some tests. Those details and results, if released after the conclusion of the CRADA, will be available at that time. Hello said in the email to the Black Vault in August, the dates of those tests are unknown, and the follow-ups to obtain the exact dates were not answered. The original CRADA would last until September 2023. However, it's unclear if the pandemic would extend the original dates due to loss of time. Upon completion of the agreement, the Army could not confirm or deny whether the information would be released to the public because it would be largely dependent on actual results produced. And if parts were determined to be classified, which would be assumed, if a part of TTSA UAP material came from classified human technology, the public would not be allowed to view it. The other wild card is if the results would be considered trade secrets. This is where UFO remains that were reverse engineered, quote unquote, would enter, which would exempt the U.S. Army from publishing results in perpetuity, since the technology the tip obtained gives it an advantage over other nations. The determination of the disclosure of any findings would likely fall to TTSA if they felt the public should be aware of their findings, but in the eyes of the Freedom of Information Act FOIA, the U.S. Army would not be able to publish it due to the exemption B4, which primarily exempts trade secrets and commercial or financial information. The Black Vault again reached out to TTSA for comment, given the submitted revelation that testing had been done, but they simply said we cannot provide a comment at this time. And finally, it should be noted that at no time are there analyzed remains, metamaterials mentioned as alien spacecraft, but rather that the entire exchange speaks of UAPs, UFOs, that is, unidentified flying objects. And this is on Infinity Explorers by Ansher Vastava. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.